Hello guys, how are you doing? I missed you so much. I know I haven't been here. I wasn't here last week, but then those that watched my video, the last video, I think I did say that I was going away. I was going to Stutterheim. It was my mother's my late mother's cleansing ceremony. So we went to do that, me and my brothers. So we had that ceremony. So I couldn't make any video last week. Anyway, I'm here. I'm back, not going anywhere again. Anyway, those that are new to my channel, my name is Tabela Mbongendlu. Yes, and welcome to my channel, guys. And I'm Gelegele Apa, guys. And then your returning subbies, the returning viewers, Molweni, guys. Hello. I missed you so much, guys. Anyways, if you have me on my Facebook, I said that I was gonna. There's a conversation, man, that is very. What do I say? There's a conversation on that people like to bring up on Facebook about kids that are born out of wedlock, love child. I always like look at it and listen to people, and I always feel like I wish I could add something to this conversation, but I don't like to comment on people's things. I don't want to sound like that girl. But anyway, I thought that let me talk about this a child born out of wedlock, or a legitimate child, or a love child. So this is the reason for this video. I wanted to talk about that. I want to talk about it basically because I'm also a love child. I'm also born out of wedlock. So that's why this conversation is so it's interesting to me, and I feel like now I can actually voice out my opinion and also share my experience of being a love child. Though there isn't much that I'm gonna say, ne? Because honestly, I never had any of the. I never. Not that I'm disregarding other kids or other people's feelings or whatever, but then, to be honest, I'm just gonna be honest. I never had any. How do I put it? I never had any. I don't want to lie and say that I've experienced heartaches, or I've experienced trauma for not being raised, or for not having a really having a relationship with my father when growing up. I never had that. I don't want to lie. I think my mother played an excellent role in that department. My mother never really talked about my dad. The only time maybe she would talk about my dad is when someone sees me and say that, "Ooh, Sekiwe lo mntana ufana no Mazwi." Mazwi is my dad's name, and yeah, then that is maybe when. But my mother never. I don't remember a day hearing my mother saying bad things about my dad. She has never said the reason why he was not in my life. I never asked, because I don't know. I never asked about him growing up. I never really felt the need, because my mother was all of that. My mother was my mother. My mother was my father. I felt like she was everything to me. So I never had those longings, man. I do know that other people growing up without their dad, they've got these longings that they long to know, or their father, or they experience some issues, man, growing up with the fathers. I do know that. I do not disregard that in any way. I do not disrespect your feelings in any way. But mna utabela anzange, guys, growing up being raised by a single mother, I never had that need to, the need to, or then I never had the need, man, or felt like I needed to know my dad. I needed my dad. Things were going bad in my life. Things never went bad in my life, to such an extent that my mother couldn't fix it. My mother, if something is wrong, my mother would fix it, you know. Though, okay, my mom passed away when I was still 15 years old, and aunt went to, my aunt tried to contact my dad, and my aunt, that is what my aunt says, that she tried to contact my dad, and my dad was not feeling well at the time. I think that was back in 2006, and telling my dad that my mom has passed away now, she's gonna need assistance with me or whatever. But then I think my dad never really had, I don't know, but my aunt, when my aunt says that my dad never, he was just not really interested. I don't know whether that's true or not, but that is what my aunt told me, and I never, it didn't really hurt me, that, because I didn't at that time I didn't have a relationship with my dad. I didn't know him, so it didn't really hurt me or anything, you know. So yes, so that is also, okay, that is my side of being raised by a single mother, or being a love child. I remember when I had a child, you know, and I also, like, I have a child as well, guys. Those of you that know me personally, they know that I've got a child, and my child is, I'm raising my child alone. So I didn't get married. I'm not married yet. So I had my child with this guy back when I was still young. I had a child. We're not together anymore. So I'm also a single mother, and my wish is that my wish is that I do not wish for my child to ever grow up feeling the longing, you know, because I feel like, guys, if a father wants to be in the child's life, they can easily do so. But I feel like the fathers, they just choose not to be in their children's lives, you know. I feel like they choose not to be in their children's lives, and for a child to say that they longing to have a relationship with their father, or maybe things are not good, why would you, okay guys, I don't want to sound harsh or something, but why would you, as a child that is growing with a father who's not even contacting you, or who's not even trying to know you or to have a relationship with you, why would you have a longing for that person, you know? Because if I don't know, I stand to be corrected, but the thing that we do as kids that are being raised by single mothers, the things that we do of going out there looking for our fathers, I feel like it should be the other way around. It should be our dads coming to look for us instead of us going to them, you know. And for you to say that you've got issues, you've got dad issues because your dad was never in your life, why would you do that to yourself? I feel like, why would you do that to yourself? I know I don't want to sound cold or anything. I'm trying to be as understanding as I can, but it would break my heart for my child, because, you know, I'm raising my daughter. It's very difficult, guys, being a single mother. I'm raising my daughter alone. Basically, I do everything alone. I also do not have my life figured out yet. I do not have everything that I need, but I always try to make sure that my daughter has everything, while her father is out there living his best life. He doesn't even worry what the child is eating or whatever. So why would my daughter, when she's 18 or whatever, feel that, oh, now I need my dad? Or guys, I really don't understand that. But I do, not that I'm disregarding your feelings or anything, but I really don't understand, why would you go and look for a parent who's not looking for you? Why would you do that? Why do we do that? Why do love children, us, me included, why do we do that? Why do we go out of our way looking for people that are not looking for us, when it should be them looking for their kids? Because they know, most, but this year I made a child with this person, you know, because we do not, I feel like there's a say that I saw on Facebook that this lady was saying that if kids would choose circumstances where they're born, I'm sure we would all choose better, but we didn't choose, you know. It is them, our parents, both of them, who, and a father and a mother, who decided to make us, and then we came out, you know. So why should I be the one looking for someone who's not looking out, who's not looking for me? Why should I put my life on hold, or have uh say that I've got daddy issues now, I'm dating older men because I'm lacking love from my father? No. I feel like, guys, there's many places you can get love from. Firstly, I always say that God is the father to the fatherless. God is the father to the fatherless. And okay, let me not say I never went out to look for my dad. Okay, firstly, when my daughter was staying in Joburg with her granny from the father's side, you know, because I had my child when I was young, so the granny from the father's child, even though the father is not there in my child's life, she helped me out. She didn't kind of help me out, she helped me out. So she raised my daughter from when she was 8 months. That is when I was starting to work as a waitress. She raised her up until she was 5 years. Then when she was 5 years, I took her, because now I started having a stable job. So I took my daughter to come and stay with me, because now financially I felt that I was ready, and then the job that I was working, it was also an 8-5 job. So now I took my daughter. But before I took my daughter, when she was still staying in Joburg, she was staying with the granny, and my dad stays in Pretoria. My daughter's granny said that, Tabela, you're saying that your father is here in Joburg? I said yes. And then she said that, you know what, for you to move forward, you do not have to stay angry at your dad. Honestly, I was not angry at my dad. I didn't have feelings. I didn't feel anything. Honestly, I wasn't angry at him for not being there. I didn't feel anything, if I should put it that way. I didn't feel anything. But then she said that I should go see my dad, and I also got curious. I won't lie. And then I went to see my dad in Pretoria. I met him, and I think before that, last time I saw my dad was when I was still doing grade 9, I think I was still doing grade 9. That is the last time I saw my dad, when he went to Stuttering to do Mama Mbambile for support. So that is the last time I saw my dad. I feel that I didn't see him. So I looked for, I called him and got his number, because he's working for the government. I won't say where, but then he's working for it. So I got his number, and then I got the landline. Then I phoned him, I spoke to him, then we exchanged numbers. That was it. So when I was in Joburg, my daughter's grand said I should go visit him. So I went to see him. I won't lie, he was very nice. He's very nice, you know, but he never really told me why he was not in my life. But I guess, I don't know, he never really told me. My dad is not a man with so many words. I also never really asked him when I was there. I just went with the flow, and I wasn't angry with my dad. I enjoyed his company. I met my sisters that side and my brothers. They're very nice, I won't lie. But then, to be honest, I never had the need or the daddy issues growing up. I still don't. I know that some girls will date older men because they feel that they longing for that fatherly or that man love, which is, our fathers are meant to give us that love, you know. So I never had that, because my mom loved me so much. I won't lie, guys. So that is also what I try to do to my daughter. I try to be the best mother. God knows I try. I try to give her all the love. And I'm also blessed that my daughter doesn't ask me about her father. I also do not talk about her father. I will never say anything bad. If she would want to go and see her father, I would allow her, you know, I would allow her to go, because I do not want to come across as a bad mother for who doesn't want to the child to go to the father. No. Even though I know that I'm the one who's there for her, even though I know that I'm the one who's there for her 24/7, if one day she would wake up and say, Mommy, I need to know I need to have a relationship with my dad, I would allow her to go. And then if she comes back and she's disappointed, I'll still be here to give her a hug, to tell her that I love her and everything, because I feel like he, as a man, he should not be told to be in his child's life. You know, I shouldn't be the one running after him, telling him what to do. Why should I do that? You know, so I don't know, guys, if any of the things that I said make sense, but it's just that I just wanted to say that if you're a man, you're out there, you know that you have a child that is out there, and you're expecting that child, you're waiting for that child to grow up and then to come looking for you. I feel like you are very selfish. You are very selfish and you are very wrong, you know, because it is your responsibility as a man, as a father who made that child to go after your child, to go out there and look for your child and give the child the love that they need. It shouldn't be the child doing that. I feel like if you're out there, if you're listening to me right now and you're doing that, I feel like you are very, very wrong. You're very wrong about that. You're very wrong about doing that. And you do not deserve to be a father to that child, you know. But anyways, I don't want to be I didn't want this video to be long, because I didn't have anything planned to say, but I just wanted to say that I never really felt the need. Okay, now I know my dad as well, but then we don't really, we for instance, when was the last time I spoke with my dad? You know, I feel like I know him, but the relationship is not that strong, you know. We can go on months without talking, months without talking to each other, you know. I feel like if we did have a relationship together, it wouldn't be like that. But I guess because we didn't, or he didn't try to make that relationship with me, now I can go on and on and on and on without talking to him. He sees my WhatsApp status, he doesn't greet me or something. Not that, maybe he's busy, but I'm just saying that I'm sure if we had that bond or that relationship of a child and a daughter, it wasn't going to be like that. And honestly, I don't think it's my fault. I think it has everything to do with my dad. It is his fault, and I will never, I refuse to have problems. I refuse to say I've got issues, I've got daddy issues. I don't. I refuse to love myself less. I refuse to allow men to use me because I'm longing for my father's love. I refuse to be that. I'll never be that girl. I'll continue being the girl and the woman that my mother raised me to be, even though she passed away when I was still young, when I was still 15. But I'll continue. Now I'm a woman, and I'll continue being this girl that I am, and this type of girl that loves herself, and the girl that is full of love. I'm not longing for any love or whatever. If a man comes to my life and loves me, it's an add-on to the love that I have for myself. I love myself, guys, so much. I don't want to lie. Just cool. And I always try to, and I hope that the person that I am, it gets transferred to my child as well. I want my daughter to be able to love herself, to know that she's loved by her mother. I love my daughter so much, and And I do not ever, it would break my heart if one day she would diagnose herself as having daddy issues. What is that? Why do you have issues when someone who made you doesn't even have issues for not raising you? Why would my daughter decide all of a sudden to have issues when it should be that man who made her that has got issues? No guys, let's not do that to ourselves. Let's not put our lives on hold because of that, you know, because I don't know. Let's not do that to ourselves. I wouldn't do that at all. Anyways, I don't want this video to be long. I don't want it to be long. I just wanted to vent. I just wanted to vent on that, to just pour my heart on that. I just wanted to say those things that I had in my heart. And I do believe that even if my dad would pass away, I won't even go and because I know that maybe other men, I think if you don't have a relationship with your child, it's very, if you don't try to build a relationship with your child, it's very difficult for you. Okay, you can acknowledge that she's your child, but then for you to do right by her, I don't think it's possible. Even if anything would happen to my dad, I don't even expect myself to be in his will. I don't even expect myself that he would do anything for me even after death, because my dad didn't really do anything for me while he was alive. I'm a 30-year-old woman now, and I really can't say he did much for me except the 300 rands that he was paying a month for me. So I wouldn't say, I wouldn't, but anyway, I do not, honestly, I do not hate my dad. I do not hate my dad. I do not hate him. Before I met him, I wasn't gonna say I do love him because I didn't have feelings, but then now I know him, so I would say that I do love him. I do not hate him at all, but then I do not have daddy issues for not being raised by my dad. I'm sorry, unfortunately, or I'm glad, or a good thing, I do not have any daddy issue problems. And I do honestly hope that my daughter, she doesn't get any of those daddy issues, because a man, a father, is supposed to be the one looking for their kids wherever they are. As a parent, you're supposed to be the one looking for your child and finding out if they're doing okay, finding out, not the child looking for you. Why do that? No, guys. Anyways, I just wanted to say those few things. I don't know, I'll see you again, guys, next weekend on Saturday, or on Sunday. I don't know, between the 2 days. I don't know when I'm gonna be here, but definitely next weekend I'm gonna be here. Every weekend I do upload something for you guys. I don't know what I'll be doing. I'm still a bit skeptical about doing vlogs. I don't know what to do. I'm a bit shy to walk around with my camera visualizing and all those things. So for now, it's just gonna be this intimate thing. I'll just be talking to you guys about things. Anyways, guys, please don't forget to like my videos, subscribe, and do comment. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about next week, but I'll definitely be here. So bona wait, you know, I'll see you Banditinina next week. Anyways, stay well and peace out.